Don't know what to do with that pile of plastic? Confused as to how it all fits together? Want that miniature to look tabletop ready, but don't know where to start? Sounds like you need yourself a crash course in Warhammer.
For the Emperor!
Getting into Warhammer and starting miniature painting can be a big step, but you don't have to worry because Ronin's here to help you out. Luckily, starter kits such as this one, and ones like this that include paints, exist to give you a nice little transition into the hobby. But where should you start? Well, we'll use this introductory kit, which is great because it comes with some models, paintbrush, and a bunch of paints too. And that's awesome because that's like half the stuff you need. So let's start by opening the box and I'll go through what's included in this one. And yes, it looks a bit daunting to any newcomers, but it's so simple. In this kit you get 3 Infernus Marines, which come on a sprue, a standard synthetic starter brush. You get 6 starter paint pots from Citadel, such as this one here, Macragge Blue. And you get the bases, so that you can mount your models on. But Ronin, how do I put all this together? Well, hold your horses, young chap, because there are several tools that you're going to need. First, you're going to need yourself a pair of side cutters, or side snips. These are for cutting the models off the sprues. I'm going to use some plastic glue for this one, but with this kit it's optional because they're push to fit. You're going to need some sort of container of water, that's just to wash your brush in. Some ordinary kitchen towel, just to dry things off. Now before you start snipping, you're going to want to familiarise yourself with the instructions. Here they're all numbered. They usually come on a piece of paper or a booklet, but these are all included on the back of the box. Let's put that somewhere we can see, and then we'll take a look at the sprue. Yep, definitely a sprue. Get your side snips at hand. Let's take another look at the instructions before we start snipping away. And if we zoom in closely onto the sprue, you can see the numbers that correspond to the instructions. Now locate where the model's attached to the sprue, and this is where we're going to be snipping. We're going to grab our side snips. So we're going to hold the flat side towards the model, go in with a nice clean cut. There we go. We just need to do that 3 more times. And a nice little tip is to move the sprue around, so you've got easier access. And once that last cut's done, it should just pop out like that. We're going to do the same thing again for the head. And the number 3 piece, which is the back. With the first 3 pieces of the model cut from the sprue, it is time to consult the instructions again. But by the magical powers of editing, I can do this and give you an overlay on the screen so you can follow along. Clever, right? And as I finish push fitting the head, you can see it's just a tad wobbly. So I'm going to grab my plastic glue. This one from Citadel comes with a needle applicator, so we'll just remove the cap and squeeze it onto some of them contact surfaces. And that should weld the plastic together so it doesn't move. You don't need much, so apply a small amount and then just give it a little squeeze together. Try not to touch the glue or you'll mess the rest of the plastic up. Put the glue anywhere where it's going to contact and it'll just weld it all together. It'll even hide some of the seams between the pieces. One of my favourite plastic glues to use is this one from Tamiya, and that's because it's got this brush applicator, which is great for getting in all the tight spaces. And once again, we'll use the magic of video editing, and we'll zoom through the next few steps to get to the finished model. And I'll take this time to ask, are you just getting into Warhammer, or are you already a fan? And what's your favourite part? Comment below. And there's the finished model with the base. So we'll pop them on the base, and as it's push fit, we don't need glue. Look at that, a fully assembled miniature. And now we're ready to prime them. One of the options you have when priming a miniature is a rattle can such as this one. It's very, very quick, but it's a little bit on the expensive side. Today let's go with a cheaper alternative, such as this brush-on primer by the Army Painter. Simply shake it, place it in a paint cup, give it a mix with a brush, and slap it on the mini. Try to ensure an even coverage all throughout. And what this is going to do once dry is make sure that any paint applied to the model is going to adhere so much better. And while it is sort of an optional step, I would highly recommend doing this. It's going to make any paint job you apply to it much cleaner. Check this guy out. It's gone from grey to lighter grey. And now it's time to paint. So we're going to paint this one like the box art, because it makes sense. We're being given the paints, so let's do it the way it says. Just take this Macragge Blue, and we're going to put this one all over the armour. Now I've already shook this one up, so we're just going to pop the lid, start getting to work. The good thing about these Citadel pots is they have a little well in the top. Really good for accessing paint. As you might be able to see, paint's a little bit thick, so we're going to water this one down. Grab yourself a paint cup, get some of the paint, and just slap it in there. Once you're satisfied with the amount, you just need to add some water to it. Water it down to the consistency that you want. And it's time to put paintbrush to model. So grab some of that Macragge blue and pop it all over the armour. And there's really no need to be neat in this step, because we can touch that up later. Any gaps in the paint, just go over it again with another layer. This will make it more even. Before we move on to the next paint colour, just clean our brushes. Swill it in the water, wipe it on a paper towel. Simple. Now we've painted over some of the details that were supposed to be black, but it doesn't matter, because now we're going to go over them with the Abaddon black. We're going to hit some more of the areas. We're going to hit the gun. We're going to hit some of the soft parts underneath the armour. And of course those pouches. Now black as a colour is a lot harder to clean up, so I'd suggest taking your time with this one. Really concentrate. Stick your tongue out if you have to. And this is what it looks like with the black all finished. Very snazzy. Now before we move on to the other details, it's time for one of Ronin's top hacks. Now when you're trying to paint some of the tinier details, such as the edge of these pauldrons, it can be really difficult to focus your eyes on it. And that will affect the overall quality and look of your paint job. So when I'm painting tinier details, I like to use these head-mounted magnifying glasses. As you can see, as I put one of the lenses over the camera, it brings everything closer and into focus. However, the trade-off is, you might look a little weird. But let's get back to the paint job. Another thing you can do to help with brush control is make sure your hands, elbows, fingers are anchored to something, such as a table. Things such as your fingers, put them on your painting handle, make you super sturdy. If you followed this tutorial, you'll have tabletop ready minis in no time. And let's not forget to clean up this messy base. And that's an easy fix. We'll take some of this Armageddon dust from Citadel and just apply it all over the base. Nice and quick. Give it a nice liberal coating and it'll look just like a desert. When it dries, slap on your mini and there you go. One finished mini. Now the big question is, should I do the eyes? Ah! Now if you've watched this tutorial and you are sitting on the fence about Warhammer, or painting miniatures in general, just know it's a great community, with lots of people who can help. And I hope this video has helped some of you out there. And if it has, check out my other tutorial. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.